Welcome back to Penn State Sports Night. I'm Noah Chast, alongside analyst Andrew Destin. With spring training nearly halfway done, we turn our attention to Major League Baseball, where there's some new faces in different uniforms all across the league. Andrew, who are some notable players that have made an impact on their teams so far?
Well, a lot of the hype going into spring training had been about Bryce Harper and Manny Machado, but Harper has only logged 2 at-bats and Machado 13, so two guys I really look at are Tommy Pham and Jay Bruce. And first I want to start with Tommy Pham. He came over in a trade last year from the Cardinals to the Rays, so not necessarily on a new team, but he really has been tearing the cover off the ball in spring training. He's hitting .455 with the same number of walks as strikeouts, so he's somebody who's going to be an impact player for an improved Rays team. And Jay Bruce, things never really worked out for him with the New York Mets. He had .223 last year, but coming over in the Cano trade, he's hitting really well. He's got 2 homers and 2 doubles already in the spring, so he's somebody I really look forward to.
Now, these are players that have already been established on different teams. Now, tell me about some of these young prospects that have gotten off to a relatively hot start in spring training.
Well, first name that comes to mind is Ryan McMahon for the Rockies. He's gotten time the last 2 years, but really hasn't settled into that second base role, and now he's really coming into his own. He's got 7 extra base hits and 32 at-bats, and he's going to win the second base job, I feel like, for the Rockies. Victor Robles, he's somebody who's gotten a lot of hype for the Washington Nationals, and remember that name, because this guy is going to fill some big shoes with Harper going over to the Phillies, but he's going to ease that transition, and he's only 21 years old, so he's somebody to watch. And finally, Jesus Luzardo, 21-year-old southpaw from Peru, actually. He's got 15 strikeouts and 9 2/3 innings for the Oakland A's, and the A's have kind of a weak rotation this year with a lot of moving parts, so he's got to work his way in there by the time mid-May or June rolls around.
Now, I really look forward to seeing how these players pan out and how they do in the regular season. Now, who has, I guess, surprised you so far from camp?
Well, 2 guys, and specifically Joe Panik for the San Francisco Giants. The second baseman is really fighting for his life at second base. A lot of guys are coming in thinking that he's going to be a platoon man, especially with new GM Farhan Zaidi. But I really think that Panik's somebody who's going to take over that job. He's hit 500 so far in spring, and if he keeps it up, he's going to be a top-of-the-order type guy for them. And Lewis Brinson for the Miami Marlins. People forget about him, came over from the Brewers in the Christian Yelich deal. He's done really well in spring training so far. He's got 5 home runs already, hitting over 400. He's somebody who I look to bounce back. He's still young. Yes, he hit below 200 last year, but he's an impact 5-tool type of player.
He's making an impressive debut. Well, I really look forward to seeing these free agents and prospects pan out and the start of the regular season. For Andrew Destin, I'm Noah Chast with our MLB spring training update here on Penn State Sports Night.